Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Yes, that is right, my friends. My name is Quack, and I am back. Back with another live stream of content that I wanted to make because... Sorry, I'm just giving the camera a little clean. In lieu of the content I wanted to make, because I simply haven't been bothered. I'm not entirely enthused about doing this Perfume Elegante final impressions like. I'll do it tomorrow, hopefully. I'll try and knock that out, get it done, you know. And then the rotation will be on Sunday. Scent of the day is Corpse Reviver. Ooh. Matière Première, not Moth. I get them mixed up, which is absolutely shocking because they couldn't be more different. You know, you're right, Pradeep. Welcome all. Pradeep, DJ, Dushan, Lily. I am busting out these live streams, that's right. In lieu of content. Who, Quack? Welcome, Pulp of Femo. Saber replay. Your final impression should be 5 seconds of putting it in the bin. Well, I'm going to send it to someone else like I do with like lots of me sample sets. Sent off my Anna's Warrigan a sample set yesterday to Fliss. And she got it today. She's gonna revert back to me with her, pardon me, her impressions on next week. Hello, Lane. Scent of the day, Chanel. Boy, it's crazy hot here in the Midwest today. Excuse me. Oh, it's been shocking this. Well, it's raining now. It's rained for about 3 days. Much needed, though, I can tell you. The rain that's come over the last few days has been much needed rain, like. Pop Femo is wearing Shamad. DJ is wearing Tabac Taboo. Juro is wearing Declaration. MJ is wearing Vintage L'Homme, Versace L'Homme. I gave mine to Richie G, I think, or I sold it. I can't remember, one of the two. I liked it, and then I just thought, I'm never wearing this, so I got rid, you know. Oh. Pradeep is eating noisette ice cream. Juro, I've smelled Tabac Taboo from the sample the other day after a long time, and it reminded me how good it was, says Juro. Hello, Pat Lester. Today you are wearing a lot of men. It's perfect on a hot and dry sunny day. It's a dry fragrance, I think. There's quite a lot of dryness in there. You know, I thought about wearing Metropolis today, but decided against it. Today, actually, I had a bit of a nasty, because my Mar Liberté, which is my scent of the day, Mar Liberté, it rhymes, of course, the spray has died. Absolute disaster. Oh, and then it just sprayed there for us. So what the fuck do I know? But yes, it's been erratic. I don't like an erratic spray. It's a good sprayer, actually, but it has decided to die on me. So that's not very much fun, is it? That's not very much fun at all. Beautiful fragrance though. Nutmeg, lavender, huge lavender. Beautiful. Juro says, I've smelled tobacco from the sample the other day after a long time. It reminded me how good it was, says Juro. Snack of the night is Belgian chocolate, says Dusan. Oh. Pradeep is wearing Santal Headspace sample by Raskinay. More like Rose Oud. Oh dear. Rose Oud with amberwood. Rose amberwood. He does like his amberwoods, does Julian Raskinay. Which is a shame, because I think he's a good perfumer otherwise. You know. Some fucking shite. Some absolute shite. I don't like amber woods at all. I'll tell you something I haven't worn as much as I thought I was going to, and that is a Lacoste Jean Patou for Lacoste. On the right hand side of your screen. Next to the Dune. I haven't worn that as much as I thought I was going to, but it's a different fragrance from what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more fresh. You know? I thought it was going to be a lot fresher. Fraîcheur. Pradeep says, it has this weird rose champagne berry syrup opening. Hope no amber extreme in the dry down. Brace yourself, because Julian Raskinay wants to use that shit. What are amber woods in fragrances? So, Lane, you know when you smell something like Oud Ispahan, or you smell something like Sultan Vetiver, right? And you get this dark, dry, smoky, woody, ambery feel. Right? It's this, and it lasts forever. It outlasts all the other ingredients. Right? And it's one note. It's quite complex for a single ingredient, but it is one note. It is one ingredient, and it lasts for ages. It's headache for me. I get headaches from it. And it's got this. Imagine having a fire, right? And with logs, and then the fire goes out, and all the logs haven't combusted completely, but they're charred. Right? It's got that kind of feel and texture about it. It's dry, it's smoky, it's woody, and a little bit ambery too. And it's horrible. It's horrible. It's like chewing charcoal. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Imagine if charcoal was a chewing gum. That's what it's like. All you've got to do is get a sample of Sultan Vetiver by Nishane, spray it on, wait for the opening to dry off, wait for the vetiver to disappear, wait for about 45 minutes, an hour, and then the dark woody, and the dark woody sort of like single monotone kind of thing you get is the amber wood. They even put it on the bottle. And it's got amber wood in it. Sounds like ashy. I kind of get that from ISO Super. For me, ISO Super is more cedary, you know, like a wet cedar wood, like a freshly wetted, a bewetted wood, you know, a wood that has just been wet, you know, like dipped in a clean stream or something like that. Fresh piece of cedar. Sorry for knocking you about there. I'm just knocking about my subscribers en masse. How is Jaipur Hom? Not for me. Rich sounds like he's laying in his bed. I am not. Pradeep says it's an alternative to ambergris to boost fixation and performance. To a point, yes. There are different ones you can use in different ways. You know? Excuse me whilst I hydrate, my friends. Lane, the best thing to do is find something with amber woods in, and the best example I can think of is Sultan Vetiver by Nishane. That is easily the best example I can think of. Spray Sauvage. That's a different amber wood. To me, that's not amber woods. To me, that's ambroxan, which isn't an amber wood. It's more of an ambergris. Like it's a fixative. It's more of a I mean, what cutting hairs here, splitting hairs here. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is so good. I imagine this might have some kind of amber wood in it, but it's used beautifully. I can't handle that one either. Almost either. Oh, bought a bottle of Cologne Officinale from Lucky Sensei Splinter. Looking forward to trying it. It is fantastic. I love it. Almost either in that house is loaded with amberwood. Almost everything. Almost everything in Nishane is loaded with amberwood. You're right, because they use it to mimic oud. And that's what they say. You know, when a Western house like Dior or fucking Nishane or any sort of perfume house from the West got oud in it, it isn't. It's a chemical like nolimbinol or an amber wood, a dark, dry, smoky, woody amber. I do like Nishane Annie. It is a fun wear. Mate, if you like it, wear it and be happy. You know? You have to have confidence in your own nose. You have to have confidence in your own taste. You know what I mean? I like the stream while you're listening to him, says Dushan. I do like he's doing Nishane. How do you like music for a while? I do like music for a while. I think it was the last good Marl fragrance, if you want the truth. What up, Stephs? How are you? I am okay. Thanks. I want to wear some Envy, some Gucci Envy. Oh dear. It seems to have some particulate matter forming in it. Oh, we don't like that. Maybe I should wear more of this. It's yeah, it's got a little bit of excuse me, I'm hiccuping like fuck. How has this happened? Sorry. Thank you, Rich. I'm wearing it now. Ah, Juan! How you doing? I was lurking on a Juan stream the other night. I just had him on in the background. It was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning my time, and I was just kicking back with my eyes closed. He was doing some auctions, which I found quite fascinating actually. Just listening to the out auction. Auctioneer. What was that program that they used to have? Storage Wars. And imagine Juan on there. Auctioneer extraordinaire. I quite enjoyed it actually. I was a big fan. I couldn't engage in the chat though, because fucking I was like, do you know when you're in that strange place between Like, I was like 2/3 asleep, maybe even 3/4 asleep. I'm getting technical now, but you know what I mean. But yes, hello, Juan, and welcome. Keep Duck's name out your fucking mouth. Hard to believe that's been nearly 18 months ago since that happened. Fuck. Like another world. Lamal Elixir smells like it is for a 14-year-old girls. Ah. Oh, do you know what it is? I was never a fan of Lamal, like any of them ever, you know? Oops, sorry, I'm knocking you about again. I don't know, there was something a little bit sickly about it for us. I think it's the vanilla. Like that vanilla lavender combo. I struggle with vanilla and lavender when they're both in like high dose, you know? Because there's a Caron pouring on. I think that's like a precursor to Lamal. I think Lamal's like a big Euro trash version of Caron pouring on. Lamal is that big Euro trash version, you know? It's a big unit, Lamal. So I don't really care for many of the flankers, the eternal flankers. I had to sell me Fleur de Mal. It made us feel sick. That white floral off. I mean, loads of people love it, you know. Loads of people whose taste I respect and love it. But I just go, not for I. Not for an exception that proves them wrong. La Mal, L'Essence de Parfum. The one with leather in it. The clear bottle. Even the bottle's great. Wow, it's fucking great. Like, you see the prices it goes for online now. It's batshit. It's batshit. That's one of those fragrances. Everybody's got them. That, like, you don't like that style of fragrance. You have your taste. You know what you like. You know what you're into. And then all of a sudden, there is a perfume that is perpendicular to your fucking, like, to every other fragrance you own. You know, it is at like a right angle. It is off. That's the fucking kind of thing I'm getting at. It is not of your normal element. And that is what Le Male L'Essence de Parfum. I remember smelling it the first time. Honestly, I was like, wow, that's amazing. I was like, can't believe I like that. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Seriously, I had to go back. I bought it at retail. Like, I couldn't wait. It was available at discounters. There wasn't much discount on it. Like, I couldn't. I still have no idea why I love it so much, right? But it just bypassed me fucking me conscious brain and just went straight to my limbic system. Do you know what I mean? It just got to that part of your brain where nothing sort of makes sense, and it was a totally emotional decision. I had to go and pick it up the next day. The guy was like, "Oh, you're back." I was like, "I am back. I've come to get this." Walked straight past him. I was like, "Give us that." Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Gucci Envy is the best ginger in my opinion, says Duchamp. Music for a While is great if you love lavender. It's got the same lavender as Beau de Jour. Thank you. Yes, the auctions are fun. The auctions are fun. Tried buying a backup bottle of More Liberté, but not a fan of splash bottles personally. I got a 200ml splash of that. That'll be good. I mean, I might have to decant this 100ml now. By the way, this More Liberté, you could wear this year round. You could wear this at Christmas. You could wear it on the fucking summer solstice. You can wear it whenever you want. It's a great fragrance. Absolutely fantastic. How is everyone doing? It's a heavy spray day of Pavarotti, says Michael Harness. Love to you, Sir Doug. Love to you, Michael. How are you? Is Reflection Man the niche version of Lamal? Pass. I'm not overly familiar with Amouage, to be honest with you. You know? Essence de Parfum is nice. I had to cop it after you and Ram had it in your arsenal. It's something about it. Pour un homme de Caron le matin au vivifiante is nice. What the fuck is that? That can't be a name for a perfume. It's a silly name if it is. Hello, Germs. Scented that is Florentine Iris. That's nice. That's really nice. There's not a drop of real iris in that, but it's still beautiful. You know what I mean? It's a fucking wonderful fragrance, that. I do so many people say it. I do not agree, says Enrique. Had to pay 180 USD for mine, but got the older formula with a dark brown ambery juice instead of the blue juice. What colour's mine? I think mine's the ambery. I think it changes colour to that amberiness. Like, I think it starts out blue. Mine started blue and then changed. You know? I think they might be the same. But, I mean, I could be wrong. DJ says, chilling as always. Iffy on Overture with the current heat getting IBQ and amber woods in the dry down. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yep, a lot of materials, says DJ. Especially vanilla. Yeah, vanilla changes. Vanillin, you know. It's the same with my my Sycamore. Yeah, we'll darken liquid over time. It will. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. It's happening with my Bois de Portugal as we speak. Yeah, it doesn't mean a lot, to be honest, does it? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh, this stuff's so good, by the way. Carles Charles. Scent of the day, L'Ombre de Carthage. What's that? That sounds like something by L'Artisan or something like that. DJ, well, I adore the darker juice of Chypre Palatin. I have reached out to that man twice. Once via email, once via the messages on his website, and he has not got back to us. Once yesterday, the second time this morning. Just hasn't got back to us. I'm hoping he's on holiday. I'm hoping that he hasn't just like decided I don't like Rich Mitch, because I would like to buy Invasion Barbare. We'll see. I hope he's okay. It's nothing untoward is happening with him. See this Mar Liberté bottle? I like this. See, it's a sticker, right? So you let the label do the work, right? It's a bottle, and then the cap is a little bit distinctive. It's how you keep costs down, but make it look cool, you know? They take a while to respond. Their website is like from the 90s. Who? MDCI? Juice colour means no placebo. Religion is a placebo. They take a while to respond. French religiously take vacations. My office will be half empty for the next 2 months, so he's probably off. He wants to fucking come back to work. Sort me out. I think he can go back to being on holiday. Please. I'm not a very patient man. Also, oh, excuse me. Bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. The new reform of invasion is no good. That is what I have heard from some, says Enrique. I've been told it hasn't been reformulated at all. I have been told... well, I've got to be honest. I got a sample from Javois, right? I got a sample from Javois, and the sample's brilliant. So I got that like a couple of months ago, you know. Fosco says, yes, I've smelled many versions, all the same. Yeah, I'm quite happy. There's a lot of people said... I mean, a lot of people complain about Chypre Palatine being reformulated, and he swears blind. The guy swears blind that he hasn't touched the formula. All he's done is remove the colorant, which, I mean, I imagine he won't be doing something like that again, the amount of hassle he's had. You know what I mean? With anything, judge your own nose and not others, says DJ. 1725. 1725, actually. Give me a moment, my friends. And here is the bag. I'm going to start on the Groismiths next. Apparently Groismith is a good house. Here's my Invasion Barbar. Oh no, sorry, that's a lie. That's not my Invasion Barbar at all. I've got some Jeroboams. That's the Scottish house, isn't it? I've got 3 Jeroboam. I've just dropped something on the floor. 1725. Histoire de Parfum. Is that what you were saying? 1725 is shockingly similar to Invasion Barbar. Let's see right now if Pradeep is full of bollocks. Anybody notice the viewership is bouncing all over the place? Fucking mental. I wonder what that's about. $17.25, eh? Shockingly similar to Invasion Berber. Paolo is here and disagrees. There's Fidelis. That's Invasion Barbar, by Allah. By Allah. So, people convince themselves of anything, says DJ, even if it's not true. That guy is Claude Marshall. MDCI Marshall Design Independent Creations. Remember Groismith used Robert Tate, yet don't ask them. Ask for Roger prices? Yes. I disagree, Pradeep, not similar at all. Of course they didn't, a clone. Welcome, Paolo. 1725 is Casanova IB. Invasion Barbar is more like an Ambre Fougere. I was fucking big into me Ambre Fougères earlier this year. Prada Amber Pour On. Went down a treat in March and April, I can tell you. Fucking sensational fragrance. Right, so it's not one-to-one. But I can see what you're saying about them being similar. Very lavendery. It's got that exalted lavender thing going on, as does this. I mean, we all love a good lavender, you know. I recommend trying to find a vintage bottle of this, by the way. Don't get the SP Creations bottle. Get the fucking... Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Get the... Get the distributed by Jean Patou bottle. Friends, the half hour is here, so I do declare, if you are partial to liking streams, please don't let me stop you from liking this one. That's only if you're into that sort of thing. I don't want to push you to do something you wouldn't want to do, you know. I'm not like that, unlike some other YouTubers. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Invasion Barbare is more like an ambery fougere. The violet note and the price aren't what kept me away, or what kept me away from Invasion. Yeah, the price of Invasion Barbare is silly, innit? Goodness gracious me. What's he thinking, man? It's a lot, especially for a fucking 75 ml bottle. So you can take that, you can increase the price 25%, and you can say that's how much 100 ml would be. And it's what, 200 and... Well, how much is it? Freaking fougere. The violet note was a little bit unusual. I wasn't expecting it, but it is glorious. It gives a purpley kind of vibe to the fragrance. DCI. Perfumes. Welcome to the brand, what it has to offer. Retailers. Let's just go to a fucking retailer. We'll go to Javois. Javois. It's closed, apparently. I much prefer Fougere Royale, and I can get it for half that price. I like Fougere Royale, but I think that Beau de Jour does it better. Deny, refuse, mandatory, allow, okay. Aquila, absolute, the Javois, so we will go for Invasion. Lavender Romaine, £220 for 75 ml. £328 for 100 ml. You motherfucker, you. Product available with different options. Oh, it's not in stock. Oh, we bollocks to them. Maybe he hasn't got any stock of it, you know what I mean? Reform of 1740 is bad, according to Paolo. Spaced Out says, I don't like violence in my fragrance. Or violet. Violet or violet leaf space. I don't like violet. I like violet leaf. I don't like violet. The reformulation of Muscat Ravageur is so bad. Well, reformulation's going to reformulate, you know what I mean? Prodip, I really love Fougere Royale, especially this chamomile note in it. Chamomile is top tier, says DJ. Diptyque's candle, chamomile candle's fucking lovely. It's lovely. Smells like a... It smells the way a brand new expensive carpet feels when you're walking on it barefoot. So you imagine you get a brand new carpet, it's really fluffy and it's like got lots of, you know, it's a good carpet, it's a high-end carpet. And you walk around on it with no shoes on because it feels mint. That's what chamomile smells like. If that feeling had a smell, that's what it would be. 1740 is not bad, but I do prefer Fougere Royale. I don't prefer Fougere Royale. I prefer Invasion Barbare. I only buy from Javois with my birthday discount. Fougere Royale Extra is absolutely amazing. Is it really? That does sound quite nice, actually. Figuier Noir, it's good, says Carl Charles. Pass, haven't smelled it, mate. Who's it by? Do you have any perfume that the reformulation made it better? So, Fahrenheit, right? Fahrenheit, the original Fahrenheit is still the top Fahrenheit. Better than all the flankers, including the Absolute. The original Fahrenheit formulation ran up to about 1998, 99, that kind of time. And then in the mid-2000s, it had a reformulation, and then in the mid to late 2000s had another one. And that reformulation just put a fuck ton of vanilla in it, and it became a very vanillic fragrance, and it was shit, right? And then, to be fair to Demarchi, he came along, reformulated it again in the mid-2010s, and made it much better. Much better, much more like the original. Excuse me. Hello, Marco. Have you ever tried the Basilic by Molinard? I haven't, no. What's it like? Speaking of Houbagon, tried their new 4 by Antoine. Gotta be honest, not great. I would like to try those 4. I'd be interested to see what Antoine had to say about that. I mean, he's done work for fucking Roger before, hasn't he? He's worked with Pure Distance and stuff like that, and access to the palette of whoever makes Houbagon, because Roger's heavily involved with those as well, so. Paolo says, haven't tried a reform better than the original. However, a lot of Guerlain perfumes were amazing the day after reformulation. The thing is, right, why I get my knickers in a twist about reformulation so much, and it bleeds into my theory about whichever perfume you smell first is going to be your favourite, right? So there's like crossover there, but it's not exactly the same. So the original fragrance, right, is the one that everybody in the first instance agreed was the perfume that they wanted it to be, right? It's 100%, I hate to use the word authentic, but it's like 100% what it was supposed to be. Okay? That's what it was supposed to be, and that's how it was supposed to smell, and it was everybody's intention, and everybody was signed off on it, and it was the brand's intention, it was the perfumer's intention. It worked. It was what everybody was happy with in the main. You know, it was the original release. It was the original. As soon as you change one fucking molecule about that, it is no longer the same perfume. It's just not. Right? It's like organic food. It's either 100% organic or it's not organic. I hate to be that black and white about it, you know? Because it's not ideal being black and white, right? But as consumers, you have to be pragmatic. And as companies making perfumes and regulators, you have to be pragmatic, you know? Things change. There's a lot more ways for things to change than there are for them to stay the same. There's only one way for something to stay the same. That's entropy. There are so many more ways for things to change over time. Right? Now, reformulation, you're getting a different perfume. You just are. It's not the same. It smells similar. You know? It's just the way it is. Fahrenheit is Garbaggio now, says look, the love beneath. It is when you've smelled the original, yeah. The original, fucking devastatingly good. Perfumes and the second law of thermodynamics, says Pop Ephemeral. Yes, we like to have a bit of that on this channel. Powder haters might like a few things I think of, and then don't try to fix it. Sometimes you have to. You can't use certain things for a long time. I'm convinced some of the changes in Chorus were only done to keep it fucking relevant. You know, making it lighter, less sweaty, less animalic. You know, I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was. But Like when the aquatics came in the 90s and stuff like that, you know, like it had to fight for its life. I've come in peace with reformulations. I've come to peace with reformulations, says Brody. I'm becoming accepting of them as a fact of life, but I am also still in the mind of wanting to... I want the original of things. I've kind of always been like that with everything. Does that make sense? If something is gone and is never coming back, I want a piece of that. I think that's just a facet of my personality. Some other people have other priorities. That's what I've come to peace with. Not everybody feels the way I do. That's what I've come to peace with. Does that make sense? I want the original. That's why I've got so many backup bottles. You know? As if I'm ever going to use them. It's nice, this 1725, but I must admit I prefer the Invasion Bourbon. I do prefer Invasion Bourbon. The Hubergant tobacco smells like tobacco law. Yuck. If it's not Rotten, don't drive, come to peace. I'm sure there are instances where a reform can be closer to the perfumer's original intentions and not the brand, says Fosco. Yeah, can be. There's no reason why it can't be a thing, but more often than not, it's not the case, is it? If we're being honest. It's just not. Hello, Dev. 64, Monsieur Balmain, says Dev. I know what you mean, Rich, but the reformulated version loses so many aspects of the original. To give a few, excuse me. Oh, sorry. To give a few. Richness, performance, and nuances, yeah. Hey, Dusan, how's the newest reformulation of Jubilation 25, says Enrique. Hi, Rich. Hello, Aaron. You are wearing a Rochas Audace. Audace. Or Audace. Yes, perfumes and the second law of thermodynamics. Jubilation 25 is for women and it's still great. Jubilation XXV is for men. It's not so strong now. Powder is love, says DJ. He's not right there, man. L'Artisan is doing a big sale on their own website, says Prody. People know how I am, never cared. Yeah, I also have... Dev says, also, I have now accidentally gotten my first ever backup bottle. Oh, what did you get? Paolo says, when you're an OG, you want the OG, says Stephs. Paolo says, makes sense, Rich. That's why sometimes it's fun to collect discontinued perfumes. It's nice to have knowing 10 years from now, so I can smell something from yesteryear. Yes. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel. It's like vintage cars. It's like a preservation kind of thing, you know? Spaced Out says, my favourite powder is Armani Clear Amethyst. You planning on getting anything from Serge, Mitch? I would like to get Iris Silver Mist. I must admit, I would like to get Iris Silver Mist. Whoever reformulated OG Polo, Quorum, Draco Noir, and Halston Z14 should be strung up by the nuts, says J. Rod. Yeah. Quorum, I've got an original bottle of Quorum. It's one of the only perfumes I've ever had a reaction to. The amount of moss in that thing must be fucking mental. Do you know what I mean? Don't you like L'Artisan, Rich? I like some of the stuff from L'Artisan. There's some of the stuff I just don't like or understand. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Seville a la Lobe is fucking rotten. Rotten. Do not like that shit whatsoever. I hope Uncut Gem remains the same for generations to cut out reformulation. I would have thought so, because it's fucking shit. I would get it, but I'm not in Paris at the minute, so I know I have to wait. Yeah, I would like it as well. It's going to come in that fucking bell jar bottle, which is a pain in the arse, because I'm not going to have anywhere to fucking put it. I have tea for two, and it's my favourite tea scent as of now. Love that. I've got that as well. I've got a vintage bottle of that in the old presentation, so I'm looking forward to wearing that at some point. Right, I'm going to go and dehydrate. Marco Morelli, you are in charge while I'm away. Don't let anyone leave. I'll be back. I am back. It's me. Pradeep. What's happening? Marco. People left. What happened? Oh dear. I simply haven't bought those creepy gratte-ciels, says Pradeep. They're ugly. Anything you plan to get surge-wise, says DJ. Irish Silver Mist is still not in stock. It's not in stock on the website. Apparently it's in store, but only in Paris. They say it might go on website. I was lucky enough to snag ISM last year on the site. I hope the price isn't pumped up, says Brody. All the discontinuation claims for Surge were all bullshit, and the price is the same, says DJ. I've been waiting for it for a long time, says Paul Perfume. Marco says I have to work on my leadership skills. Worst part of the fragrance journey is when you tried everything, says Spaced Out. It's not easy to try everything, is it? Oh. It's not easy. I enjoy Furio from Jacques Bogart as an alternative to Kouros. I'm not a fan of Furio. Try to look for Le Vaporisateur Tout Noir of ISM. There are still some around, and lately it comes in 2 times 30 ml. Says Cura. I've seen some of them. Yeah, I've seen them, but they're still expensive as fuck. DJ says, I don't understand Sant Aldemai so hype. It smells like food and boredom. It smells like spicy food, doesn't it? DJ hits lots of things. Lots of perfumes. Oof. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's too thick and spicy for me, says Spaced Out. It smells like spicy food, like it's got that spicy food thing. Love Sant Aldemai, so thought I was the only one. I don't think there's any sort of like particularly massive hate on it, apart from the fucking impossibility of finding it and the fucking prices on the second-hand market. People are insane, like. Pradeep says, I don't like when the sandalwood is drowned out by spices or amber. Yeah. Sandalwood's very delicate, though. If you watch that stream me and Eugene did with Les Indemadables and Antoine Lee, Antoine was saying sandalwood's just very easy to just speak over as a note. It can get, you put anything with it, you've got to be so careful. And it makes for a very light fragrance, which is a shame. Any big, heavy sandalwood fragrance is definitely, it's definitely Jarvinal, you know, which is a synthetic sandalwood replacement, which is very nice, but it's not what everybody wants it to be, you know. It was there sitting on the shelf in Paris unloved. I imagine the Serge Duton version of sandalwood is, I mean, I've smelled it, like, I've smelled an old version, and it was very spicy. It was very warm spicy. You know? Very warm spicy. Oh! Excuse me. A tired boy. The moss in quorum gets me too. Have to make sure to spray it well below my nose. One frag that hammers my sinuses shut is Ormond Jane Man. Ormond Man's, it's nice, but it's not worth the price they're fucking asking for. DJ says La Couche de Diable is in a jar now. It was in bottles when it first came out. I thought it was alright, actually. Le Participe Passé was shite. I hope they've discontinued that, because it was fucking grunt. Honestly, it just smelled like cheap Chinese curry. Like, you go to the Chinese food place here, and it's like all the same curry. They obviously get the curry powder from the same fucking place, like all of them, like the wholesaler. And that's what it smells like. It smells like cheap Chinese curry in a tray on chips. Jesus, I got La Couche de Diable 100ml for 50. Jesus. Fosco says, I find it similar to a lot of my Mysore oils. Thought Sheldrake nailed the brief on that one. I do get the food reference, though. I literally get warm, spicy food, like warm, spicy chicken. You know? Like, I had some Cajun chicken today. It's got like warm, spicy chicken vibe about it. Which was that one? Remind me. That was the maple syrup thingy. I just want MKK, though. Ah, fucking hell, MKK is rough as guts. It's so rough. Oh, that's the one still about. Maple syrup. I didn't get maple syrup from the one I got maple syrup from was Shen. Was it Shen? Jonathan, welcome, mate. How are you? It is nice to hear from you. Speaking to Jonathan at like fucking 7 o'clock this morning, which would have been about 1 o'clock his time. Excuse me. I'm very sorry for yawning in your ears, friends. How is Jonathan? I hope you're well. I hope you've had a nice day. I've had a strange day. Slept a lot. Papa Femos says, need a fougere recommendation. Get the private blend version of Beaujolais. Fougere Noir. Who makes Fougere Noir again, DJ? Second Fougere Noir, says Fosco. I slept in today, also missed the gym. Oh no. SP Parfums. SP Parfums. I didn't know they were still in fucking business. Sultan Pasha, sorry. I was going to say SP Parfums stopped trading, didn't they? I might be wrong. Fougere Noir is quite good. I've got a tar version of it. Fougere Royale's good. This is a good Fougere. Ma Liberté. Don't get the SP version, though. Not Sultan Pasha. What about Adam right now is my go-to for summer. Love that sweet. Love that stuff. That tomato leaf and mint with the big sprinkle, big sweetness. With mint and sprinkle, big sweetness. Fougere Bengal, Pasha de Cartier, EDT. That's a good Fougere. This is good. I haven't worn this yet. I'm just getting used to it. It's lovely, this. Oh, very lovely. Oh, I might wear that tomorrow, actually. Do you support any team in the Premier League, says Marco? Newcastle. I've been a Newcastle fan since I was old enough to remember. I was like 6 or something like that. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. You have any Floris, Duckman? No. No, I think they're overrated, if you want the truth. I find the dry down of Bengal boring, says DJ. I love when Jeremy Fragrance unknowingly called out Demaché for copying Chanel Boy, says Spaced Out. How is Jeremy? The last I heard, he deleted loads of videos on his channel, which was probably a good idea. Polpe Femo says, can I still find that? Can you still find what? Or what can you still find? That is really nice. It's got this green. Ah, fuck off, man. I've got this green. Ma Liberté, you probably can still find it, yeah, but get the versions distributed by. Get the versions distributed by Jean Patou, not the ones distributed by SP. Oh, God, this is so good. Eau de Sud. Castiglione. Oh, Castiglione in Paris. 14 Rue de Castiglione, Paris. Are modern formulations of Azzaro pour-on worth getting? Or stick with vintages? Personally, I'd stick with vintages. I'd stick with the vintages. I don't think the modern ones are that good. The vintage one's just so good, though. That's the thing. Marco says, Newcastle are very good nowadays. I bet future Magpie Sandro Tonali wears Megamare by Otto Parisi, like many rich, sophisticated boys here in Italy. He's a sensational player. The fact Newcastle have managed to sign him is absolutely amazing. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Any thoughts of vintage Chanel 22? Have it in on my radar, says Stephs. Pass. No, I don't. I can't remember it. I have smelled it, but I can't remember it. Megamare has a lot of things, sophisticated not being one. Doesn't mean sophisticated people can't wear it. The modern Azzaro are okay, to be fair, but if you want what made Azzaro magical, you have to go vintage, says Jonathan, which is probably a much more round way of saying what I was saying. Yeah, the modern ones are okay. It's better than what you're going to find that's being released in 2023, 2022. You know, even the modern versions of Azzaro are better than that. But again, if you, like Jonathan says, if you want the magic, go as old as you can possibly get. Marco Morelli. It's deleted it. I was intrigued to read that. Yeah, but it's still niche, says Marco. It is very niche. Otto Parisi, Nasamato. I thought Black Afghano was alright for a while, but I was talking to Eugene today. Was it today? I have been talking to Eugene today, but I was talking to Eugene about Cologne Officinale and Patchouli Noisette, and I was like, you know, when I first smelled Cologne Officinale, especially Cologne Officinale, I got that window back in time like 5 years where I got that window back in time 5 years where you would buy a perfume and you'd be excited for it to arrive. I was excited to own that and wear it. You know what I mean? It's the first time it's happened to us for a little while, that. That mint pasha's mad. I love the look of it. It looks like a penis crossed with a breast, doesn't it? It looks like a willy with a fucking boob on the top. How strange. J-Rod says, hello, Jonathan. If I figure out the WhatsApp thing, I'd like to send you a bottle of DK Fuel for Life. Fuel for Men, I beg your pardon, says J-Rod. Jesus, another woman influencer, Fragrance Lesk, recommended because of Duck. What? Another woman influencer, Fragrance Leske, recommended because of Duck. I don't understand that. Otto Parisi and Nasamato are way too heavy for my taste. Also, I don't like Alessandro Galtieri very much for how he behaves and speaks about himself and his creations. I've got to be honest, Nasamato, viciously overpriced. The bottles aren't big enough. I hate it when you can only get small bottles. It's the only criticism I've got of Les Indomitable. I wish they did bigger bottles. The price as well, I wish they were a bit cheaper, but considering what other brands are charging for juice that's like not even not even 25% as good. You know, I can sort of, I'd rather pay for quality. You know, so listen to my daughter, I just wish you could get bigger bottles. That's all. But Nasamato is kind of the opposite. They do small bottles and their prices are outrageous and the perfume shit. Whereas Les and Demodable's perfumes are brilliant, like. Excuse me. Can't stand anything I've tried from Otto Parisi or Nasamato, says Fosco. Filippo Sorcinelli, says Carlos Charles. Yes, I can't wait to wear that fucking incense again. Labs. That's a great perfume, that. LME incense. Oof. It's good sauce, that. I'm a fan. Can't stand Lorenzo Villarese's a fucking great house as well. Santa Maria Novella. I love Italian perfume, I do. It's probably my favourite kind of perfume, you know, like lots of people love French perfume, some people like English perfume, like America's growing its own style at the minute. There's Eastern perfume, there's Middle Eastern perfume, there's like incenses, but I've got to be honest, if I was being totally honest, I would say Italian perfume's probably my favourite type of perfume, style of perfume, you know. Yes, ship send. I have one too many of the OG bottles, says J-Rod. Speaking of Azzurro, I just got in an odd flanker today. Azzurro Black. I've heard of it, but I have never smelled it. Speaking of Azzurro, no, sorry, never tried anything by Sorcinelli. I definitely have to in the future. You can get sample sets off his website. Fougère Noir is fucking expensive, says Pulp of Famo. Reach out, J-Rod, we'll chat. That's a very generous offer. Let's see if I can sort you out too, says Jonathan. I must say I didn't mind Narcotic V and Nudiflorum, but I have a little time for that. That bottle looks like the Uzbekistan mosque, says Brody. It is a penis with a boob on the top. That's what it is. Oh, oops. You fucker, stay up where I put you. Not one Otto Parisi. Says Aaron D. Welcome to thee. How are you, sir? I hope you are well. Welcome to my chat. Welcome to my channel. How are you? Santa Maria Novella is still good nowadays, in my opinion. Also, not many houses have their history. That's true. They've actually got history, which is a novel thing in the old perfume community, isn't it? You know? Santa Maria Novella are good, but the sample set I got from them, they were a little bit too pretty for me. Very well made, good ingredients, beautifully blended, but they were a little bit too pretty, you know, a little bit too delicate. I have quite a few eccentric Italian perfumes, says DJ. Megamare is disgusting to me, so synthetic, says Spaced Out. Saw the live with FS the other day on one Italian fragrance channel. The guy's quite interesting. Yes, the man's as mad as a box of frogs. He is, he's got shit going on, like. He's got shit going on. He, like you say, he's an interesting mind. Very talented. Very artistic. You know? So, fair play to him. I mean, interesting. Makes robes for the Pope. Sorcinelli was cool for me, says Aaron. but nothing that I absolutely adored. That Lavs was like, oof. I mean, it was that or Cardinal. It's that or Cardinal or Sacher by Healy, and the fact that Lavs won that battle should tell you everything about how good it is, because those two from Healy were brilliant. Like, Healy's a brand that really I want to spend some time on the channel, because they deserve a hearing, you know. I'm very close to calling Santa Maria Novella Spanish leather my favorite leather of all time. You mean Peau d'Espagne? It's fucking good. I have got a oh, for crying out loud, I've got the gold leaf front plaque thing, so I've got a vintage bottle basically. If I die, Ramsey's having that. He'll have to come over and get it, man, but there we are. That would be a macabre thing to do, wouldn't it? Sit and write out lists of who you want which perfumes to go to after you die. God. Absolutely fucking not. All Sorcinellis are made by the same perfume, a kind of Luton Sheldrake thing. Yes, you can sort of pick that up. You're right, Juro. And it ain't Filippo Sorcinelli who's making them, but yes, you're right. They've definitely got that consistency that runs through them. Aaron says, Spaced Out, I get that it has a bit of urine to it to me, but Bergamasque is something I love, and Terroni I feel like most people would like, but maybe not. Aaron says, Mitch, thanks for the welcome. You're most welcome, my friend. I've been in here a few times, but I'm often late, based in the US, but glad to be welcome back. Welcome. Stay with us. You can watch anytime you want, whenever's convenient for you, sir. Sorcinelli does the perfume, you know what I mean? He doesn't, though. He's never. I don't know that he claims that either. Who was the Italian YouTuber you made the stream with, says Marco? I don't think I did. Maybe I have. If someone can remind us. I mean, my memory's shocking. Jonathan, is Spanish leather similar to any other leathers? Cuillermoresque, apart from it's a lot more birchy. It's got a big birch note in it. You know? Very smoky. Beautiful, like. DJ says, I didn't have time to visit the boutique. The vetiver is nice. What are you talking about, Serge? Yes, Peau d'Espagne, sir. The Scent Reaper, welcome. I love the opening and mid of Beach Hut, man. Just not a fan of the drive down. Just goes sour. The Tree guys, I can't remember their names at the moment, says Juro. 3. Fosco, I don't have a deep vintage, a little older, but it's brilliant. Italian on this channel, no? A Healy Boutique. Ah, yes. I would go, do you know, if I was to go to Paris, Juro Rose has just been to Paris for 3 days with his partner, and then his partner's going to fucking, like, going away for 6 weeks. He's going to be fucking ill with that. Bless him. So we must all be nice to Juro Rose. We'll have him on. We will have him on. HMVT, I feel like it has a lot of popular leathers, but still unique, says John. I misread your question. Mitch, have you tried Amouage Diamant? I can do you one better than that, mate. I've got a bottle of it. I just never fucking wear it, like. It's very soft. Give us 2 seconds, right? Because shit's going to go fucking flying here. Give us a second, I'll pull it out. Oh, up you come. Oh, it's behind me locks tans. Like, I never wear it. It's beautiful. It was Caboose Juice that put it off. Fuck off. It was Caboose Juice that put us onto this stuff. Alright. And it's fantastic. And it is fantastic. But my bottle is bloody quiet, you know. Very, very quiet. There it is. Hold up. I'll move you back. There you go. Bits and pieces of a lot of popular leathers, I meant, but unique, says Jonathan. I find this, I go very anosmic to this. It is very nice though. Oh wee. Put it in the air. Oh, peony. It's lovely. This is a made in Oman bottle. A32. Let's go on the check fresh. Let's go on the old check fresh. Where is Amouage. Okay, so A32059E 179. Apparently this is 3 years and 3 days old. It was made on the 27th of June 2020. So there you have it. Maybe that's why it's weak as fuck. It is nice though. If anybody has an old bottle they'd like to sell it. Rich, do you ever get sad or disappointed? Maybe is a better word. That you're not able to wear many of your perfumes because of the size of your collection? Yes. Yes, I was talking to Eugene about that today. You know, because every time, the way I put it to him was, every time you choose a perfume to wear, what you're also doing is choosing 390 perfumes not to wear. Or however many, say you've got 1,000 perfumes, which I don't, but it's a nice round number, or 100 perfumes. You've got 100 perfumes, right? And you wear one of them one day. That's 99 other perfumes that you are choosing not to wear that day. And it can weigh on you, and you have to be very patient. You have to be strong. You have to... It gets weighty. Liberty had Deer for 30% off. Worth getting. Pass. Smell it first, HMVT, then you'll be able to make your own mind up, mate. I wouldn't advise blind buying to anybody. Deer Man's a lovely fucking fragrance, though. I really do like it. Prodi, what do you mean? Bits and pieces of it. Yeah, so... I still need to make this video that I've been telling Smurfy Girlie I was going to make since Christmas. About perfumes. Like the downsides of owning a lot of perfume, you know. Mr. Smelly's made a couple of videos about it as well, apparently. That's a good topic, you know. It is a good topic. Excuse me, I'm just going to take some medication so I don't expire. Oof. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. brilliant. Scent of the day is Myths, man. I've been insulted by this one recently. That damn chrysanthemum note. Who would have thunk it? Does that Lancôme fragrance have a heavy grass note or record, or is that a regular classic fougere fragrance? Which one? Which one, Pat Lester? Lancôme? I don't think I've got any Lancômes. Or any Lanvin. I think I do have a Lanvin, actually. That's not true. Love Myths. Ever try Chypre Chrysantheme from Sultan Pasha? Fucking brilliant. Sultan Pasha's maybe the best independent perfumer. Hard to argue with that. I mean, don't get us wrong, some of the stuff I don't like he makes. Some of it's fucking brilliant, like, and usually really well made. I like my French designer exclusives like Chanel, Frederic Malle, Hermes Essences, Prodi. Rich, I have only 8 perfumes, and with samples I struggle a lot with not wearing the ones I have. I get sad, but I get over it. Oh, the Trophy Lancôme. Jesus Christ, sorry. That is terrible from me. It's right in front of us. Does that Lancôme fragrance have a heavy grass note or record, or is it a classic fougere? It's not fougere. It is green and citrusy and fresh. It smells like golf in the summer. You know, it smells like Wimbledon and fucking all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff. Fosco going on the list. Thanks, man. I have so many bottles, but I seem to reach for Sycamore the most often. I should just sell a bunch of bottles and get a 200ml of it. I've got a big 200ml of the EDT. A cull shit that doesn't get worn, says DJ. I try to. I mean, I've sold a lot of fragrances, right, and given away a lot as well. But I'm at the point where like a lot of these fragrances I don't want to part with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down to the really hard stuff now that I don't want to sell. I'm going to keep selling off backups, I think. Certain backups. Aaron's only got 8 perfumes. I say only got 8 perfumes. It's a lot of perfumes. I mean, I've got more, like 3 times more Serge Lutens than you've got perfumes, mate. The amount of samples I've got fill two fucking designer bags. You know what I mean? I have so many bottles, but I seem to reach for Sycamore most often. Sampling La Lanterne Rouge by Euphorie. Stunning juice. Anyone familiar? Never heard of it. Apart from you telling me that Euphorie was something that you were investigating and enjoying greatly. Right there, that bottle. Yes, it's right there. I am, Jonna. What they like. I'm not a huge fan of this 1725. I've got to be honest. I do much prefer Invasion Bar. I'm afraid to count, says Jonathan, not kidding. Betting FOMO route and price jack, says DJ. One fragrance I've been is Opium Pour On, love the black currant. If you love blackcurrant, you want Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince. It's the only good one that they do. Ah, fuck off. And it is absolutely brilliant, this. I could wear this tomorrow. You could wear this anytime. It's beautiful. It's got an incredible blackcurrant note in it. It's fucking lovely. Oh, it's fucking good. Spring and autumn is probably the best season for it, but you could probably wear it anytime. It's got an evergreen sort of vibe, like a conifer kind of thing. I've just jammed my finger there, that hurt. Someone makes a list with the perfumes used every day. I do. 1725 can get for 80, 90, 125 mil. I wear something new every day. Rich, do you like tobacco? No. If so, any recommendations? Tobacco Rouge by Fade On is probably my favourite tobacco. Have I got any other? Vanille Havane by Les Indemnidables. Tobacco's mainly a note. Tobacco Reserve by Aramis. John, I think could probably help with some tobaccos. Volutes, yes, Volutes. Volutes is a fucking tremendous tobacco fragrance. Thought there was blackberry in Volutes, but there isn't. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Shergie's, and I say Shergie's more of an iris fragrance now. Michael for Men, which I sold. I put that on eBay and it was sold in 5 minutes. Mental. How quickly that shit went. It was fucking swift as an eagle. Frighteningly swift. Thank you for your recommendations, CZHM VT. Aqua de Cuba, says Fosco. I think Havana's been discontinued again, hasn't it? Where is my stream comments gone? Come back. Come back. There it is. Oh. Aramis Havana has a great tobacco. It's beautiful to use in the summer heat, says Pat. I was going to suggest that, but I went for Tobacco Reserve from Aramis instead. I think that's more of a easily suggestible kind of perfume. The tobacco in Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme's quite nice as well, actually. I could wear that tomorrow, but it'll probably be raining again. Fuck. I wonder if that Tom Ford Myrrh will be any good. Maybe. I like Myrrh. Are you Oriental Valor? No, you're Amber Supreme. That was a surprise. Oh, bastard. I can't get it out. It's behind a vial Pour Homme, and it is lurking. Which one are you? Oriental Valor. It's got a glorious spruce note in it. I could rank my Les Indomitables. Oh, this is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm willing to bet it'll be something similar to M7. Yeah. Go on now, says Fosco. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's painful being a good boy, not just buying stuff, says DJ. I want my summer white florals now. I'm willing to bet it will be something similar to M7, says the Sun Reaper. It could be. Imagine if he just starts re-releasing all the classics, but under Tom Ford and for Tom Ford prices at Tom Ford Formulations. You know? Shit. Whoops. This is brilliant, though. I think this was a pre-Antoine Lee, wasn't it? I think it was. I don't know that. I'm not going to rank them now because I haven't thought about it too much. I might wear Kazemi tomorrow. I really like Kazemi. I'm willing to bet it will be something similar to M7. I don't know. M7 had that rubbery myrrh kind of thing, didn't it? This is more, I mean, Myrrh Ardente by Annette Goutal's brilliant. And there's a lady in Switzerland who is willing to send it to me. But she wants €225 and I am not willing to pay that. I've got my M7 up there, but I can't get it out because it's jammed in there tight. It is jammed in there tight, my friends. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh, God. Just sprayed the Aramis black. Azaro black. Interesting, says Jonathan. In what way? In what way? Is it interesting, my friend? Azaro, forgive me. How is it? I'm struggling to think. Aramis black. I thought you said earlier on. You said it was a flanker of Azaro Pour Homme, and it was called black. And then you said Aramis black, and I was like, no, Azaro black. And you were like, Azaro, yes. And then you said, no, Aramis black. I don't know what's going on. Ooh. I don't know. Jonathan has reached critical mass. He's going to pop. Cologne Royale by Dior. I really like this, although I do think they could have put this. This smells like Dune Pour Homme, but without the fig. And it smells a bit like, it's a cross between Dune Pour Homme and Biarritz, Paris Biarritz by Chanel. You know? Jonathan has sent me a picture. And it says Aramis Black. It's a 2-ounce bottle. Outrageous. 60ml. What's it like? What's its notes? Let's see what Fragrantica has to say about you. What does Fragrantica have to say about you? Black Aramis. Woody. Was launched in 2015. Elemi. Mastic. Grapefruit. Woody note. Fucking woody notes. I hate that shit. Cognac. Juniper. Leather, incense, vetiver, and tonka bean. That's interesting. But yes, as I was saying, this Cologne Royale, I think I like how it's a big 250ml, and I like how you can just splash, you can spray loads on, right? But it's a little bland for the price point. It's a little bit, it shouldn't be Dior Privé prices. HMVT, there certainly is. Saintcelier.com, I want to say. Is it .com or .co.uk? Is it .com, Saintcelier? Let's have a look. It is .com. Here, I'll put the link in the chat. Hold on. I fucked the first one, so... There you are. And if you click on that link, it will take you there. They will do them. Ask if she will also include a patchouli noisette. It's 45 quid. It is a very good 45 quid to spend on a sample set. Very reasonable. I don't know if Brooks stocks the... travel atomizers, travel set atomizers. She might do, but then she might not do, you know. So Pass. I haven't checked. I am going to be buying from her the Artemique samples. Aaron, you've never heard of Les Indemadables? I would recommend that you do. Get the sample set, mate. She will ship that sample set to you as well. She will ship that sample set to you. And you will be happy. £45, and it is worth every penny. It is a lot. It is a lot of fragrance for the money, that. Wow, where did you find that bottle? Says Lynn. Which bottle? Hi Rich, a lifestyle not for sale, how are you? I've just acquired a 200ml Coromandel EDT. Have you tried it? Not the EDT, mate. Waiting for my Rubini to arrive and samples. Excited. Wow, where did you find that bottle? What bottle? Aaron meant St. Celia. And then I realised it's not a house. I just joined back, so I'm missing some context. St. Celia is a store here in Britain which will send you even to America perfume. Just joined back, so missed some content, says Aaron. 200ml as exclusives are so hard to find. The EDTs, yes. The EDTs are hard to find. I used up a 20ml of Coromandel in decant, still didn't get a bottle. Just got another 20ml in decants, it's burst out. Have I still got Coromandel? I think I've got it. EDP. I've got the EDT of Sycamore. I like some of them. I like some of the Chanel Les exclusives, and some of the other ones I think I just know. They're getting more and more expensive. £350 now for a fucking Chanel EDT. You know? Crazy shit, that. Crazy. A lifestyle not for sale says, it was either that or a bell jar of Borneo 1834. I have got a Borneo 1834 somewhere. Is it? I'll need to unbox those at some point soon. I got those when I got my Green Valley. And I never unboxed them. Oof. Something has occurred with this vile poor Hom. That Manly Sense sent me. It's lovely, like. Jonathan, how is the EDP compared to the EDT? Frank's is shocking. How is Frank? Surprising. Exciting. Oh, it's fucking hot. It's a little bit muggy in here, actually. Newborn is doing great, Frank. After browsing for a few seconds, St. Celia seems really cool. Any other taste curating sites you vouch for? Seems really useful, and would love to add something to my Notion index. What is a Notion index? I don't know what that is. Frank is wearing Pavarotti. And the newborn is doing great. That is good to hear. I hope Mama is doing well as well. The Chanel Discovery set was back in stock, and when I checked back to place an order, they were out of stock. Fuck my life, says Pat. Yeah, that tends to happen. People are really fond of those, aren't they? They're a bit of a cult thing. I know Jacob's got one. He's got a lot of great Chanel stuff, though, you know. So, that's cool. Frank says, I don't think I ever tried EDT Coromandel. I do have the big EDP, and it's fantastic. I love a big bottle, because it just means you can just lather yourself in it. Just spray like fuck. Just get it on us, you know. Spray it away. What do y'all think of the Creed sale? BlackRock. What they're doing? What happened there? What went wrong? Did they find more skeletons in the closet? Did they feel humiliated? I like one or two things from Chanel, says DJ. Prefer Cartier and Hermes. Do you want to buy my Oud and Month from Cartier, DJ? I don't think I've ever tried EDT Coromandel. I do have the EDP, and it's fantastic. Aaron says, Notion is just an app, and I have a personal repository of sorts of my perfume world so far, where I log everything like wanted samples, content creators, sites, etc. No shit. Is it a free app? Is it just like something that... Is it like a fucking Filofax, basically? I don't know. You might be too young to remember those. I mean, I'm only 37. I should be too young to remember those, but there was still a thing-ish when I was a kid, you know? I might have a look for that, actually. I wish there was a way to transfer your fucking information from one fragrance website to another, because I use Fragrantica, but I don't particularly like Fragrantica, you know? Like, as a thing, I want to move over to Perfume or even Base Notes. But Base Notes is a weird place. Fucking people are strange on Base Notes. I think I prefer Perfume, to be honest with you. But fucking, it's just a bit of a fucking pig, you know? It's just a bit of a pig to fucking move stuff over, like. And BlackRock is more focused on real estate. Yeah. Majority of the Chanel exclusives are light and soft smelling. That's why Eugene loves them. For me, the EDT seems more defined, and transition to the EDP is just there, it seems. DJ, what's your favourite Chanel? Cristal and number 19. Parfum was better. What's so strange on Base Notes? Just the people, mate. Just the people. The people are just unusual. What's wrong with Fragrantica? It's fucking... It's not easy to use. It's a fucking... Like... It needs a proper upgrade, you know? Also, there should be an app. I think you'd make a fortune if somebody created like a fragrance app, you know? I'm going to go and dehydrate, my friends. I'll be back in a minute and I will read your comments. Don't go anywhere. Ugh. I am back. Oh. What do we have here? Sampled some old surge recently. Anyone heard of Box Use or Photo Noir? I've heard of them. I haven't tried them. Fragrant, I guess UX isn't great, but base note's also a bit funky. Yeah, base note isn't very easy to use either. I just like Fragrant, I guess scent tracking. Base notes is DIY in specific niche forums. Perfume for their refinement. Really, I find base notes less easy to use. Yep, free app Notion is pretty good. It can get easily overwhelming though, but incredibly powerful and customizable. Very easy to geek out on. Big nerd online culture with Notion to dive into. Interesting. Galen loves Box Use, if I recall. Galen's never loved before. Galen feels no love. Oops, sorry, I'm just throwing you around. Sampled some old... Oh, sorry, I've read that. Bulk ball, a lot of old man yell at clouds types on base notes. Yeah, I'm thinking I need to put Box Use in the collection. Kind of what we do here, DJ, says Frank. As someone who feels like they know quite a bit about perfume, you guys amaze me with how many perfumes you know I've never heard of, says Aaron. Keep learning, mate. If you ever stop learning, then teach. Oh. We all keep learning. I find out new things every day about perfumes. It's a fucking very, very rich seam. You know? Oh, sorry. Someone's put something in my tea. What the hell? I just wish the Les exclusives were not so expensive. I would buy them all. I enjoy all the samples I have of them. Sorry. Frank says gatekeeping enthusiasts on base notes, but they have bros too, depending on the subform. Yeah, the Les exclusives are crazy expensive. Yeah, it's hard to bear, like. There are plenty of boomer frag bros on brace notes, says DJ. Chanel is easy to wear because they are light and soft. If anyone has a full 200ml of Jersey EDT, feel free to reach out. It's the last missing piece to my EDT collection, says a lifestyle not for sale. It depends on which Chanel. I have Photo Noir, nice sweet lavender, easy to wear. I want Lavant, Encens et Lavant. Cheers, Aaron. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again, or you can catch up with the streams at a later date. There are lots here, and there are videos aplenty, but have a nice day. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'm going in a minute as well. It is nearly my time. Yeah, I want Encens et Lavande. It's never ending. I uncover new stuff every day, old and new, says DJ. Yeah. Duck, what would you wear out of your collection if you were trying to impress a woman? Egoist. Vintage egoist. It covers a lot of bases, that. It covers a lot of bases. Because if she asks what you're wearing, you can say it's a Chanel. It's sweet, but naturally so. It's not overbearing. She would understand Chanel as soon as she heard it. If you just said, oh, I'm wearing a Chanel, it's called Egoist. She probably hasn't heard it. She probably won't have smelled it before. Depends what mood I was in more so. What the weather was like, what mood I was in, where we were going, what we were doing, what she was like. All that good stuff. You know? Don't wear something weird like fucking Hyrax. God. I prefer vintage Egoist more than most of the frags in the Les exclusive line. Yes, I would agree with that. Incensing de Profundus, nice licorice. Yes, I most likely will tomorrow morning. I'm also on the channel for the support. See you later, Aaron. I'd pick 19, any version over any exclusive. I like that pick, very nice. The rose note is what really does it for me, says the Scent Reaper. 500 ml, says Paul Ephemeral. I have got a 250 ml splash. It's only about half full of vintage Egoist, which I am going to bust out this autumn. And I love the color. Probably wear the cologne concentrate because it's richer, thicker. I love the cologne concentrate. It's fucking fabulous. Number 19 is beautiful. Was lucky enough to acquire a vintage 500 ml. Woof. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Excuse me whilst I yawn in your fucking ears. I do beg your pardon. Just got an 80s number 19 ADT. Brilliant, but the vintage Parfum version, Tension's my favourite version. Well, friends, it's time for me to go. I'm tired. I smell of lots of different perfumes. And I've talked myself silly. Not a fan of that 1725. I'm going to be honest. I prefer my Ma Liberté. I prefer Invasion Barbar. HMVT, if you want to buy a bottle of Hyrax, if you liked it, if you smelled it and you liked it, if you want to buy a bottle, mate, I'll sell you mine. And I'll sell you it cheaper than retail as well. It's full. I've worn it a couple of times. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, when you just buy something silly. Daft. But if you like it and you want a bottle, in fact, where are you? Come here. Get over here, you smelly cat. Smelly cat. Smelly cat. There you are. HMVT. There you go. Let me know if you fancy it. It's very good. It was very startling when I smelled it, and I was like, I want to reward this behaviour. I can imagine this being discontinued at some point soon. You can't get it in certain places. You know what I mean? I had to buy this straight off Victor Wong. But I'm just never going to wear it. I'm just never going to wear it. I would prefer Leather Rude. It does smell a bit like vintage Leather Rude. I don't know. Maybe if you don't buy it, I might wear it. Who knows, eh? Excuse me. Watching, everyone. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. You bought a D squared from me. Alright. Oh, was that the potion? Alright. Well, if you want to buy Hyrax, just let us know. I've got some other stuff I need to put on the eBay as well. But I hope you're enjoying the potion. It's fucking, the prices that shit goes for now are crazy. Crazy. Anyway, I am going this time. Seriously. Let me go. I will see you all again soon, friends. Have a good evening. Bye.